A very good day to you people. My name is Mohit and today I'm going to show you how to make a flash volume slider. It's a very interesting subject, guys. It's a little complex, I would agree, but it's equally interesting. Let's get started. Guys, I've divided this tutorial into two parts. The first part will tell you how to actually make a volume slider, and the second part will put life into it. It'll become functional. In the very first part, we will be able to slide the volume knob in the channel, the groove, but we will not be able to manipulate the volume in part number 1. And in part number 2, see, this tutorial will run into many minutes. It's a long tutorial. It's not a very easy task. Flash sound class is a little complex. I wouldn't say very complex, but see, with practice it becomes very easy. Okay, so let's get started. First, make a volume slider, and in part number 2 we will make it functional. Let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to change the color of the stage. Alright. The second thing that I wish to do is, I will bring in 3 pictures that are needed for this project. I'll dig into my pictures library. Guys, this is Adobe Bridge. I'll get the pictures from Adobe Bridge. I'll select the 3 pictures, and then I will drag these 3 pictures onto my Flash library. These are Fireworks documents, guys. These images were created by me in Adobe Fireworks cs5, a very powerful application, Adobe Fireworks cs5. Flash is asking me whether I want to import these pictures as single flattened bitmap images, which is fine. I'll say okay to the second one and the third picture as well. So guys, I've got these 3 pictures that I need for this project. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to drag the slider.png image onto the stage now. Now this will serve as the channel, the groove in which the knob, the volume knob, will slide. Okay. First things first, let me convert this into a movie clip symbol. I'll say F8, and I'll keep the registration point middle left and say OK. Now let me get rid of it. Guys, before I can actually start constructing the volume slider, let me first explain the start drag and the stop drag method to you. Unless and until you understand that, you will not understand what I'm going to do now. Guys, you can drag objects that are on the stage with the help of actionscript using the start drag and the stop drag method. Let's see how. I'll go back to the library. I'll pull up this knob.png image, which is just like a small ball. I'll convert this to a movie clip as well, and in the property inspector I'll call it MC. Okay, now let me go inside the actions panel and show you how I can actually write the script to start dragging this MC movie clip. MC.add event listener mouse event dot mouse down. So I want the mouse to be down while the dragging happens, and then the name of the function, start drag. Excuse me. Let me start writing the function. Function start drag event colon mouse event void. Okay, now I'll write the function here, guys. This is the way you construct a function. This is the syntax, and then I need to write the function. So the function says mc dot start drag, D capital now this time, parent semicolon. Guys, all this means is that while the mouse button is pressed down, Flash needs to execute a function called start drag, and the only one single line in start drag says mc.start drag parent semicolon. Let's test it out. No compiler errors, that's very good. Let me click on MC and let's start dragging. Guys, as you can see, as long as I'm holding the mouse down, I'm able to drag the image or the MC. That's pretty good. That's very nice. Okay. Let me close it up. I also need to make a corresponding function that'll help me stop the drag. So I need to make a corresponding function that'll stop the drag. So what I need to do is I need to attach argument list of the type mouse up this time. I'm going to make this change now, and the name of the function obviously will change. Stop drag function, stop drag. Everything else remains the same, and instead of saying start drag, I'll say stop drag parent semicolon. Very good. Let me test it. Guys, as long as this button is pressed down, the mouse button is pressed down, I am able to drag the object, the MC, and the moment I leave it, I'm not able to do it. That's very good. That's exactly what I was looking for. Pretty good. Now that I know how to actually drag the object anywhere onto the stage, let me see whether I can create a boundary and drag it, whether I can create a specific bounds or limitations, and I wouldn't want the ball to leave that specific boundary. How do I do that? Let's check that out. Let's first create a rectangle. Let me keep the stroke to something like a reddish color. Let me keep the fill none, and let me draw it out now. This should serve as the bounds within which I want to drag the ball. I'm going to select the rectangle, and I'm going to make sure that it's situated at x 100, y 100, width 200, height 200. Okay, so I beg your pardon, width 200 and height 200. Y 100, x 100. Very good. So I would want that this ball should stay within these bounds. How do I do that? It's not very difficult, guys. I need to go back to the start drag function and put in certain parameters. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to say true. Now what happens when you say true? When you start dragging, the registration point of the ball and the mouse pointer, they lock to each other, they move together. If you say false, that doesn't happen. Next, I need to use the rectangle class. Now the rectangle class, guys, will help me pass these boundaries, the x and y numbers in the width and the height. You can have a look in the tooltip. The code hinting says that you need to pass in 4 numbers. Now these are the bounds, these are the boundaries. These coordinates will control within which boundary, or so that'll set the limitation up for the ball. So I'll say 100, 100, 200 and 200, just the way I discussed. So let me test it now. I'll say control enter. I have made a small error. It says line number 9. Let me check line number 9. mc.start drag true. I need to pass, I need to have one more parenthesis here. Let me test it now. Okay, so if everything went all right inside the actions panel, which it has, you can see, guys, that I cannot make the ball leave the bounds. It has to be within the bounds. Just in case you're not able to see the boundary, let me just make it a little thicker. Okay, let me drag it and make it a little thicker. Let me test it now. Right. Very, very good. So I know now that using the start drag method and using the rectangle class, guys, I'm able to pass in the bounds or the boundaries. Very good. What if I just want the ball to move vertically or horizontally? Let's first take up this example of making the ball move only horizontally. Let's see how I can do that. I'll put a 0 out here. Okay, I'll just pass on the width parameter and let's test it now. So guys, notice that I'm only able to move it 200 points left to right, and even if I try, I can't move it vertically. That's wonderful. Let's try putting the ball here on the stage. Let's test the movie now. The moment I click on the ball, it'll go and stick itself to that limitation that we have set up for it. Okay, so no matter where the ball is, the moment you click on it, it has to reach its limitations. It has to stay within those limitations. Very good. So now guys, you have understood how we can actually use the start and the stop drag method to drag a certain object. Now let's get on with the job of making a volume slider. Let me delete this rectangle. Let me delete this knob as well. Let me drag in the slider. Okay, it's a movie clip with the registration point left middle left, and let me call it slider underscore MC. Let me double click. Guys, this slider is 200 pixels in width and 15 pixels in height. Let me go back to the library. I would need the slider underscore MC PNG. Let me drag it out. Again, this object is 200 pixels in width and 7 pixels in height. I'll tell you why I need that. Let me select this, convert this into a movie clip symbol. Let me keep the registration point left middle. Let's say OK. Let me call it progress underscore MC, and let me put it inside the groove. Let me expand the view and let me try to center it. Now this should be fine. I know that it's kind of overshooting this limit on the right hand side, but that's okay. We'll soon see why it's okay. Let me zoom back to 100%, and this time let me get the knob. Okay guys, I'm gonna place the knob at X100. That's the center of the slider, and Y0. Okay, in doing so, I'm ensuring that the knob, the volume knob, this will be the volume knob very soon, will slide in this channel, which is 200 pixels in width. Very good. I have kept the knob bang in the center of the slider because I want the initial volume to be at 50%. Okay, and I also want that this blue strip should scale according to the volume percentage, and I'll soon make that happen. We'll see that too. Alright, so let me give it an instance name. Let me just call it an MC. The blue colored bar is called progress underscore MC, and this slider as a whole is called slider underscore MC. Now let me start constructing the action script. So instead of saying mc.add event listener, I need to make certain changes here. I need to say slider underscore mc dot mc, because the mc is inside slider underscore mc dot add event listener. And then I need to say that started, in the rectangle class this time I won't be passing these parameters 100, 100, 200, 0. Instead I'll be saying 0, 0 again, 200 and 0, and I'll tell you why. Let me get inside the movie clip. Guys, inside the movie clip, this edge is 0, 0. Okay, the knob is right now at 100, 0. Okay, so why is 0 throughout the length left to right, while the knob or the MC is sliding, and this edge is 0 and x0, and this edge is x to 100, and I've kept the MC right in the center of the slider. So this is 0, 0, this is 200. That's the reason, guys, I need to make sure that the MC will slide from the left edge, which is 0, 0, 200 pixels towards the right, and will not slide vertically at all. That's cool. So I'll say slider underscore mc dot mc dot start drag. True, I want the mouse pointer to lock to the center of the knob, the volume knob or the MC, and ensure that it slides between these boundaries only. Wonderful. I have this corresponding script which will make the MC stop its drag, and I need to make the same change here. The slider underscore mc dot stop drag. And what else? We'll need to go here too. So looks all okay to me. Let me test the script now. Okay, so guys, as you can see, now the MC is at 0, 0, now it's around 100, and now it's at 200. So wonderfully, the volume slider goes from the left edge of the sound channel or the groove to the right edge, left edge to the right edge, beautifully. It's taking shape, guys. Next, what I need to do is I need to move this blue area or the blue strip in accordance with where the knob is, where the MC is. Let's see how I can do that. I need to make an enter frame event here and attach it to slider underscore mc dot add event listener event colon enter frame, and then the name of the function, call it X position or MC position, because this will slide according to the position of the MC. Now guys, why did I choose an enter frame event? Guys, enter frame events will fire off 24 times in 1 single second, which is the FPS. So Flash will keep looking 24 times to see where the position of the MC is, and according to that it will execute a function. I'm going to write that function now. Okay, what I want to happen is I want the slider underscore MC dot progress underscore MC, that's the blue strip, dot scale X, space equals space equal to the X position of the MC, which is going to fluctuate between 0 and 200. So MC, it'll be slider underscore MC dot MC, that's the knob, the volume knob, dot X in brackets divided by 200, because the moment I divide this by 200, it will output a value between 0 and 1. Guys, I'm sure you're aware that you can scale something between 0 and 1 so that it will not go beyond its original size. Wonderful. So this should work. Let me test it now. I made a couple of errors in line number 2. Let me check line number 10. I'm sorry. So slider underscore MC dot add event listener, enter frame event, and then I haven't named the function, guys, so I need to name that too. I need to say function MC pause or MC position event colon void. No value gets returned, so it's colon void. Let me test it now. Okay, guys, notice that when I move the MC, which is inside slider underscore MC, the blue strip moves in accordance with that. That's lovely. But there was a problem. The problem was when I initially tested the movie by hitting Control Enter. Now you can see this small little edge going out of the groove or the channel. So how do I fix that? It's very easy, guys. All I need to do is I need to say slider underscore MC dot progress underscore MC dot scale X and put it outside the function. Let's say in line number 6 here, space equals space and make it equal to 0.5. That's 50%. So the initial state will be the blue strip will be at 50%. Let me test it now. Very good. So let me start dragging, guys. As you can see, the volume slider is ready. It's sliding beautifully inside that channel. Okay, I'm able to move the knob and I'm able to scale the blue strip. In the next tutorial I will also be able to extract the volume intensity with the help of this volume slider and then attach that intensity to the piece of music that's playing. That'll be in part number 2. So I'm sure I'll see you there. Ciao, bye bye.